Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the upcoming 2 5-star banners in Infinity Nikki coming in 1.8. They are pretty impressive, especially the ability wise, so I'm excited to have a close-up at these videos. They just posted more pictures and videos about it, so let's have a close-up look together and see if it's worth pulling for. Let's begin by having a look at the reveal trailer. I'm pretty sure this one is a little bit different from the 1.8, or at this point I'm too sleep deprived to keep them apart. But there is going to be a set inspired by Chinese folklore cat and one by Chinese folklore dragon, and this is the cat set, complete with ears and tails and the most gorgeous hair. I really like this set. Alright, spoilers, I'll be pulling for this one. I don't care what it looks like. Alright, and then this is our dragon set with a crazy cool mask, which I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work yet, but alright, I'm sold. And the cat one is a purification outfit, and the dragon is a dragon mount type thing. There's like a couple of rules to this mount, but yeah, you can basically fly together with your friend on this dragon, which has branches for horns, and it looks crazy cool. It looks really cool. And then here we got some color variants. I have a lot to say, especially about the cat dress, but I want to do that when we look at the pictures because it'll be easier to tell. But yeah, these are both the final evolutions for both sets, and there are slight differences, but it's nothing crazy. I saw in some leaks already that it's speculated to be 10 items each, so I don't think there are hidden socks in this one. Pretty good, pretty good. And we got some really cool lenses. Okay, the makeup for the cat one is dual different eyes, and it's so good. It's so good. But this is a different makeup. It gets a little bit confusing here, but I like that in this story, and same as with the Sea of Stars one when we had the mermaid and the phoenix, they kind of like needed each other, or like they're like besties, even though they're both Nikki technically, so I don't know, but she's like looking for her friend, I suppose. And that was it. Those are our 2 new sets. I'll have a close up. So starting off with our dragon set, this is Clouded Long. It's 2 O's, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Main attribute of this set is cool. In this patch, they're introducing a new thing called an enhancement special effect. They have this for both sets now, so what you need to know about the enhancement is that you need to get to the final evolution, so the 4th one, aka 400 pulls at worst case, and you will unlock like an alternative version, and they both have like an alternative version of the makeup, so keep an eye out. I'll point it out when we get to that as well. But as you can see here, the original will have lenses that has like a pale blue, pale purple lens, and in the final enhanced special version it will be red. And the outfit ability for this one is being able to summon the White Lung, and he can fly across it on the new island area. And she also gets these little orbs, which are fast travel orbs, which means you can basically make your own warp spires, and then you have to always on the go, and you can put those anywhere which you would like. For this set is also a background piece at 160, which is a scroll. There's probably a picture of it, so we will get to that point. And it will get launched with both of these sets with the big update on the 29th. The original dress is mostly white with a little bit of a dark blue and red detail. I think my favorite part about this set has to be, of course, the mask that she's holding and kind of taking on and off. And parts she's either like holding it up, or she's having it on her face, or it's not there at all, so I'm not quite sure what category it's in. But if you can always wear it on the face, I think that'll be really cool. Of course, also the branchy like horns and the intricate hairstyle with the details as well. And then we have our, I believe, first evolution, which is gold with, I think, it's always so hard to tell with these pictures. I think it's a really deep brown. I hope it doesn't have a green hue to it, because you see it a little bit now, but you can also see the extra accessories. I'm hoping that the extra swirls you see might be a separate piece. I don't know if this one has a coat. I see a little bit here in the front that could be a coat. I'm pretty sure it comes with shoes again. I don't know about the socks, but we have shoes, dress, possible jacket, then earrings. Well, I can't tell if there's a necklace. And then I feel like both hair pieces will be separate, so that's 7. Hair is 8. Then maybe the mask would be 9. Is she wearing rings? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I lost count. If anyone knows, I would love to hear your conspiracy on that one. Then here we have a better look at the dragon or the Lung. I'm just gonna call it dragon for the ease, but it is the Chinese version. And there are kind of autumn type leaves as the branches, but also on the forehead has a really cool design with more of a teal and a very long snout, but the dragon overall is very long. Oh, maybe that's what the name is. Maybe. Who knows? They are really going for the close-ups with these pictures. It's very hard to see the outfit. I think this is version number 3. And we have kind of a muted pink hair, but I think it's more of a pastel pink hair. And the dress is more of a dark blue with a lighter blue, but it's definitely more opaque. And we can see the front piece a little bit better. So I think since we have 2 categories, I would assume that the horns would be its own category. And then maybe the hair piece here with the little accessory on the side, the clips too, would be the hair clip accessory. And the other one would be the hat. Is what I'm thinking, maybe? I really like the big sleeves. I think it's very elegant, and I also really like the neckline here, even though it comes up quite high. There's a lot of detail going on. Here we can see it a little bit better, and also a little bit better of the dress, I want to say, but not even so much because half of the sleeve is covering it. There are a lot of fabrics, but as you can see, it seems like this is a jacket. And I want to really know what this looks like without the jacket on, because I see a very harsh line here with the blue, and you can kind of see the sleeves being a little bit different. There's a lot of tassels going on and pearls. I really like the details, and especially all of the layering at the bottom and the different shapes and colors. I really feel like with the especially traditional Chinese outfits, that patterns often speak the story of the character or the person that you're trying to convey, and I think this is done well in here. So we have the like the flames in here, which I would assume would be like the power of the dragon, and I think this one also has the mountains, and I've seen that in a couple of the outfits already here at the bottom, because the dragon goes so high, there's like flying around the mountains kind of thing. And I see some other patterns in the back that I can't really distinguish from one another or what it could be, but I do like the detail that it adds to it. I think it makes the outfit very classic, and the hair and the accessories also have that really beautiful look on detail. I think the makeup for this one is kind of boring. The lenses are cool because it has that kind of reptile eye shape in the middle, but the color isn't too crazy. And the rest of the makeup is honestly quite plain, but again, we already have some funky makeup, so I can see myself using a eyeshadow like that with a little bit of pink and gold in there, and just something basic for every day to day. So if you like that, it could be a good one. But like the lashes, I don't know about those. The eyebrows, so it's okay. Then here we have the mask, I would assume. Again, she's not wearing the mask here. She's not holding the mask here. And every time I make an assumption about these handhelds, it's either not even a real thing or it's not in the right category. So I don't want to make any judgments on it. I'm just going to objectively look at this and say this looks pretty cool. It looks kind of funky, maybe a little bit with this coloring, but it looks cool. It's a cool, unique item, that's for sure. So that's what I'm going to judge it on. But I'm having my fingers crossed it's a face piece, because we have some pretty boring sunglasses, like cartoonish more. And I would love to have some more special things in that category. So this is also still the 3rd evolution. And you can see the back a little bit better. I hope the swirls are connected to the jacket. If there is a jacket, I would say so. And then we have our final evolution, which basically has 2 forms. And if I'm understanding it correctly, if you reach the final evolution, you will unlock both of these versions of the set at the same time. I don't think you have to do pulls on top of that. Even here it says a full 5-star outfit to phase 3, which is the final evolution, and to unlock blazing sky makeup, enhanced special effects, and a new idle animation and alternative detail options for certain pieces. So to add on top of that, I just don't know if I like it being that far in the end, but this is the final version. There is a very obvious glow around the head. I think it will be connected to the horns, because the horns have that same radiance to it and also have a different color. So the original horns are one solid color, and this one has more of a fiery color, going from the base being yellow to the edges being gold. And I think this might be a little bit more sparklier, but I can't really tell. I mean, I think it might just be this for this version, because we also of course have the other version, which is this one. And then you're gonna say, Hemi, what is the difference? The sleeves here on the original, the long ones, they're not here. So it looks a little bit more basic, I think. A little bit. Alright, but slight difference, I guess. And then this one will have the alternative makeup, which you can see here is red eyes instead of the pale color, and then her lips are a little bit more red, and then it has a yellow or white line in the middle of her bottom lip. Interesting, nothing crazy. I think also the eyeshadow shade is a slightly different, but not a huge difference to me. And the glow up for this set is green with kind of a muted pastel grayish purplish hair. I don't really know how to describe it because you know the filters in Nikki, but the green is actually quite pretty, and you can see the hairpiece very well with the contrast on this, and you can see that there is a mountain around, and I kind of like that detail. And then the flowers here, I think all these pieces are very pretty. And then here you have another version of the glow up one all together, and you can see the orange ribbons. Because of the sleeves, they're cool and all, but they're covering like the outfit the whole time, so I have a hard time grasping what the front looks like. Really? This is the Momo cloak. It's cute, but it's kind of creepy. I'll say it, okay? But he has that classic Chinese dragon face, and the nose too, very cute, and then some ribbons around him. And then kind of how Nikki has the long sleeves with the sheer fabric, Momo also has this coming out of the bottom of his one, which I think is pretty cute. This is the background piece. It is pretty big in this picture. It looks smaller in the preview. Let's look at that instead. I mean, it's still pretty big. It is kind of floating off the floor, so please keep in mind if you're not using the animation and you want to take a picture in front of it. Normally with these pieces, you cannot really jump into it, like you kind of just fall through the item because it's not a real item. Whatever. It's gonna be hard to capture that, I think, maybe a little bit. But she has, of course, also a locked one where she kind of flies onto it. I really like when they flow onto the piece. I do think that's really pretty. And I love the mountains and the water moves inside of the scroll. And the wind is moving around and the blossom is there. And oh, I love it so much in the birch. Okay, it's pretty. Then let's have a look at the ability outfits, because she gets to summon this dragon. The dragon looks really nice, and they look like they're besties, and that's also really cute, so you can just go on it. Do you see here that it kind of just faded into this? I wonder if that's just gonna be how it looks, but the animation for the tail and stuff looks really nice. And you can, of course, bring your friend along, you can take the pictures, and then this is the warp spire orbs you can summon and then put around. I guess the dragon follows you around as well. Here is a side-by-side for the makeup. You can see the radiance of the evolution a lot better here too. I don't know how I feel about it, them locking that behind the last one. And I guess this is the alternative idol that you can do. They don't really show it here, but there is an extra dash you can get. When you're flying, you can dash once to kind of do an extra twirl, or double dash, and I think double dash and hold to do an extra twirl, so it looks more fluid and stuff. Now let's talk about the 4-star that comes with this 5-star dragon. This is the Lotus Heart. Main attribute for this set is fresh. This is also an ability outfit. I guess a little bit more useful than just her doing a pose, but I'm not the biggest fan of these. I just don't feel like there's much of a need for it. Basically, the 4 stars for both of these banners are supposed to be polar opposites, so the other one, spoiler, is going to be like a healing type set, and then this one is a poisoning type set. So here it says too, after using the ability, Nikki can draw Mystical Talisman. When Nikki or her companions come in contact with a talisman, it activates and releases a mystical power in all directions. Anyone caught in effect will have enhanced makeup appear on their face. So basically, she looks like she got beat up. That's what they're trying to say. So you make this little circle, and then when you step in it, her makeup looks like she got beat up. So, because she's poisoning people. That's literally said with it in the live stream. I just think that's so weird. I do like the outfit for this. I just think the ability outfit is different. Let's go with that at least. The original outfit you can see here is purple. The whole season is going to be very traditional clothing. So also for these 4-star banners, it's going to be the same. I see, I think, socks or shoes. I see a bracelet on both sides, necklace, earrings, hairpiece, hair, like nothing out of the ordinary here. You can see it a little bit better. The hair is tied on one side and she got kind of choppy bangs. It's pretty cute. I don't think I love the accessories on this besides being part of this set. I'm okay with it, but the shape of the dress is definitely my favorite here. And here in the back you can see it too. It's kind of drapey, and then it has the pretty bow on the side. Then the evolution for the set actually shows out the items a little bit better, so we're gonna dissect it from here. But this is the evolution you'll need to get. It has the classic pink Nikki hair, maybe a little bit lighter than that. And then you can see the dress very well. So the back has kind of a trail, but the front is short. And I really like the style when it's the waistline is really high, the empire type waist. With the flowers, I love lotus and stuff. It's really pretty, and then kind of opening up and then having the tiered skirt underneath. You can see here the details of the mountains again, and the flowers and the stripes and the waves and the wind and the water probably moving around. And the extra pieces, yeah, I don't think I would use the accessories much on their own, and her bracelets are just kind of ropes. But the bead and the hair clip, and I think the hair is cute for this one. The little extra pieces of hair sticking out is quite nice. And the shoes, the dogs are out. Is it socks? Is it shoes? Is the anklet, because you see a little circle here, is that the shoe? Is that the sock? I don't know how many pieces. Let's count this as one piece. Then dresses 2, bracelets 3, necklace 4, earrings 5, hairpiece 6, and then hair 7. That's too little, no? I'm missing something here. Maybe these are separate. I don't know. Again, I would love to hear some conspiracies. I don't think this is a separate jacket, so curious to hear your opinion about that. And then here we have another close-up where you can see that there's a little bit more to the bracelet. It's not too simple. It's quite nice. And then the shoes, and here we have the homecoming. I don't know why they write the text this small. You can't even read it. But that is the glow up, and honestly, I think the glow up version is my favorite. I love the red with the pale yellow, the beige. The contrast is just there. You can see the layers here. The sleeves a lot better. I didn't see before. I really like it. The inside of the sleeve having all this embroidery going on, and of course those waves being in there again. Yeah, I really like it. I'm a big fan of the glow up version. And then here too, you can see the little braid in her hair, and then the sticks in there too with the crystals on it. I don't know if I love the green in there, but I'll let it slide because the set is pretty cute. Now let's have a look at our other 5-star sets, which is Forever Bond. The main attribute for the set will be sexy, and this set is a purification outfit, and the animation for this one is so good. I'm so excited for this one, especially also because of the makeup, because of the 2 color, because you know me, I'm really into those. There is a lot in this outfit. I think we're just gonna have to watch the trailer and then go over it there, because if I read it all up, it's just gonna go in and out on one side. So let's have a look at the set first. One thing is to notice that there's no background piece at 160 pulls. You do get a little cinematic, kind of like the Phoenix dress had as well, but I think the rest of the outfit definitely makes up for it. I really like this set. I'm gonna be pulling for this, yeah. I don't know what part is going to be where separate, because the ears and the flowers, I don't know if these are going to be its own thing, because I also see some pins in the back and that could also be its own thing, and I'm really hoping just the ears on its own without anything on it, because that makes it easiest to customize, but you never know. There is a gorgeous veil with beading on it. We have, I think, a choker and a necklace, because the choker is pretty disconnected from the rest of the necklace and it has a bell on it, so that's making me think there's 2 different ones. We have, I think, again, I don't know, are the rings in the bracelet one thing? Because they kind of clutter up the hand, but the nails are like rings that are extensions on it, and it looks so cool. And I don't have any nails right now, and I would love to have it. The dress, I definitely think, has a jacket and then a dress underneath, because just the way that they shaped it. Also because here you can see that it kind of like sticks out over her shoulder. And the front of the dress has this gorgeous butterfly design, and I noticed in the video that it's really like kind of 3D, so if you look from the side you can see the wings kind of sticking out. Very high waist again with the ribbon. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love to see it. And here we have a full body one, again with a tail. I really hope the tail is its own category with nothing else attached, but you never know, you know, unfortunately with this kind of game. Hopefully we'll come across a picture that makes it a little bit better to see. Among Flora is the first evolution, or the second version of this outfit, which is more of a gold muted color. And I'm pretty sure this has black hair or really dark brown hair. Dark ears, again, the glow of the filtering makes it kind of hard to see, but you can see a little bit of the grain of the dress better. Here we see her sitting in a tree. There's not too many details like the other one, which had all of the layers and stuff going on. Well, there's still layers here, but it had more fabrics and colors, and I feel like it's more the same here, but I do really still like that. Then here we have Mortal Affairs, which a gorgeous picture, but a really poor showcase of this set. Like, I don't see anything on this, but I think it is the darker color purple and then red hair on this one. Then this one, oh, it is pretty. It is pretty, but it could just be the filter. You never know with this, right? I don't think there's going to be any socks, but the shoes, I'm glad they put the picture in here, has the bell on it. And it's kind of like a heel, but invisible. She's kind of like floating almost. It's different. It's different. There's a lot of toes out in this update. And then this is the final evolution. It also has different makeup. I think we can see it better in the video, so we're just gonna compare it in there. Very light colors, more of a golden pastel light color kind of vibe. I really like the way that the butterfly looks in the front and kind of how simple the bottom of the dress is, since there's so much going on from her chest and up. And I like that on the jacket here we kind of have this 3-color gradient going on. I think that is also very pretty, and here you can see it as well. I think this is like the alternative version of the final evolution. It's again, you get the final evolution and you get 2 versions of the set that's a little bit different. So I think the sleeves are a little bit different, and this one will have the full tail, but it was a little bit more faded, I think. And then for the alternative version there's these birds flying around, I believe. Oh, these are the same set. Why do they look so different? These filters are crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm losing it. Yeah, okay. You can see that in the final evolution, the tail has more of a faded effect. And on the original, they look more like realistic. And this one has the kind of like vaporizing look to it. And the birds around. I think that's what different. I think the gold might be a little bit more detailed. But it's hard to tell if I don't have them exactly next to each other, you know? And I'm pretty sure this is the glow up. I think the colors are very safe because it's very in between the last 2 versions, the purple and the lighted pastels and stuff. It's cute, it's okay. I just feel like the colors could pop a little bit better with some other color versions, but maybe it's the filtering because it looks completely different here too. Then this is the matching Momo cloak. It's red like the first version of the outfit. It has the same roses that Nikki does, same kind of embellishments that her side of the dress has. I really like how they translate Nikki's outfits to Momo's because it matches so well. And yeah, it's cute. It's cute. I don't know why they showcased it, by the way, with him with his eyes closed, because the fun part is that he also has dual eye colors. What are we doing? Now let's see the purification in action, because there's quite a lot to this one. So starting off, she has basically an ultimate where she floats up in the sky and then picks up all of the enemies and then just wipes them off with her claw. And then once you have defeated it, you can summon this kind of sunset, depending on what day in game it is. There's 3 different versions. Really, really cool looking. You can summon these, and then you can basically just take pictures in front of them. So that's what I'm saying, like, it's not that bad we didn't get a background piece for this, because this is basically a free background piece, right? And then here we have another way of purifying. I think they only show it for a brief second. They don't even really explain what this. I think this is that you can purify or deflect. I don't know. I don't know what this. There's no text here explaining it, but they did say that they are adding this new ability outfit basically in the story where you have to like revert things back to normal from 2D to 3D because it's like ink drawn. And that this outfit would also be able to do that. So I don't know if that was the showcase of that, but just so you know, that's a thing. Then here you see a representation of the dash, where she can transform into a fox for a short second. You can double dash to last longer as a fox. And while you're in fox mode, you can also attack. And I thought the animation for this, look how smooth that is. I'm so excited to be getting this. It's so pretty. Big fan. And then here we have a good version of the makeup. The original has a very bright yellow to blue, and then the final evolution alternative version has blue lashes, purple makeup, and then 1 lilac eye, and then 1 blue. And I really, really like this other one, but not 400 pulls much, but I really, really like it. And I think here we have the 2 versions of the like final version. So this is the alternative one. I think the dress is short. Yeah, okay, the dress is shorter. And the coat is too. And then we have the birds flying around. It's cute. I like that they do this, but I'm a bit mixed about it. This is the animation you get at 160. Oh, the nails are so cool. I'm so excited to get the nails. And I like the big lotus opening up. I am a big flower fan, so... I really hope you can pause the frame. I've never had a video animation, so I'm not sure if you can, but... gorgeous! Now let's have a look at the matching 4 stars Thought in Bloom. The main attribute for this set is elegant, and she is supposed to be the healer. So the other one was like the poisoner, and then this one is the healer. So that's the vibe that they're going for. Again, a very traditional outfit. And it will have the ability to summon a circle around her, and then you or allies, if you're playing with friends, can heal 1 HP over time. I don't know how long that is. I don't think it's going to be crazy useful, but I guess it's something. The original is in kind of a pale blue, and I think the hair is white, but is he a pattern here? I can't really tell with the filter on it. Very detailed on the top, I think. Has again the lotus design, very elegant shapes coming in layers all over, and she see here gloves. I see the little veil on her face, pom-poms in her hair, cute hair as well, and I think she has anklets. I don't remember. I do think the dress is one piece, so we're not adding up to very many items on this, so I wonder where that comes in, because I don't see necklace, I don't see earrings. I don't know what else could be there, right? So maybe it's not that many pieces. I doubt it. That's gotta be something, right? Oh, the backpack. The backpack has also like vegetables and fruits in it. So we got hair, hair clips, dress, gloves, shoes, and backpack. That's still only 6, so I don't know what I'm missing here. Then here we see her again. She's there again. Then this is in Bloom. This is the glow up version, which is in purple. I'm not too impressed with the glow up for this one. I feel like if you're gonna have an original in blue, having a purple is a little bit too similar, like a dark purple or like a dark blue is too similar. I don't like it, but we can see the back here a little bit better. And then the backpack, I think the backpack is very unique. It's got some wildflowers because I think she probably do some talisman herbs with that or something like that. She would use it for healing. You can see that almost the same flower also on her sleeve, which I think is a really nice touch. The same as with the scallops here. Just the simple ropes going around, and the bamboo I like here too on the design here. But the colors for this one is just not like crazy. The hair does have a slight gradient, but as we know, we can't really choose which color of the gradient you want to dye. So at least it will be kind of like a smooth gradient since it's the same color palette, but we will have to see. And here we have it also in the front. I like that there's many layers with different textures at the bottom here, and the back again. And then this is the evolution, I think. Oh, it's not. Sorry, the purple one is the evolution, and this is the glow up. They make it very confusing by calling it all the same and then putting the tag really small what it's called. But okay, then it makes it even worse. Having the original in blue and then having an evolution that's so plain colored. You would think that would be the glow up. Oh, it's kind of disappointing. Okay, so this, the green one, is the glow up. Has a yellow skirt. I think that's nice. I think the top of the green is nice. Same as on the gloves. Makes me wonder. I doubt it, but what if the skirt is separate and then the top is just a very long top? Because we've had a few pieces like that, so it wouldn't be the craziest thing, but I don't know where they're gonna pull the items from. I like in the hair that it's kind of different and there's 2 little braids, but it's also short hair at the same time. It really pops in this hair color, I think. Stands out quite a few, but I keep forgetting that the face mask is there, or the little face veil. I like that with the outfit. I do think it matches. There are also quite some shop sets and free sets that they have announced with this update, but I feel like it's a bit much to put that all in one video, so stay tuned for that video coming out pretty soon, compiling all of those outfits and reviewing it. Also for all of the shop items, I'm quite excited to see, especially how much everything will cost, so hopefully they're already posting that. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you think of these sets. I would love to hear. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!